I removed the front steering axle from the front of the tunnel. I think if you notice, but right there, that bolt was out already, and I think it might be broke off in there. I'll have to do some repair on that. There is rust forming, but it's not bad. I mean, we have to remember this vehicle is almost 50 years old. I had to remove the master cylinder completely. It's down there now. It wasn't, I had already taken the bolts out of it to get it there. Now I did get my new Napoleon's cap, and in my watching on YouTube and other things like that, what I had said earlier is really true. Most people just cut off whatever's rusted and use the section off the Napoleon's cap that they purchased to weld in and replace. So I'll see how that goes. I'll have a look. And one of the things I noticed is that underneath, see that metal there that's underneath the Napoleon's cap, that piece goes in underneath. That is rusted pretty bad. I've shown some pieces of it. I still need to clean the groove on this side. You can see how this side is all taking all the excess metal off of it. And now I have to do the same on this side. There's like light metal, I just cut the piece off. And so I will be taking my air chisel. Still not getting around to doing any motor work, and we'll see. It's kind of convenient right now, the motor's kind of holding the thing down. I know 4 bolts, the motor's out. Should probably just do that and clean up and start continuing on. This is where we're at now. Slowly progressing. You see I've cleaned up most of the rail up until about there. You see I need to take the rail further from that way to the back, but mostly I was working, when I started working on this Napoleon's cap, I got to dig out that corner a little better, but I'm going to make a cut basically there, straight down. I'll get my square out and draw a line, get myself nice and squared up, straight down, and put this tab on this way, and then rebuild the bottom part of it, and see if I can assemble that all together and put it on there. So that's my next part of this journey, and I thought I would let you guys watch me open up the box on the Napoleon's cap. This is the box the Napoleon's cap came in. You can see it's already peeking out, it's wanting to get out. Okay, I've got most of the lines cut up. Let's open this up. And here it is. Okay, that's actually sitting in there backwards. You can see that's the master cylinder part there that goes on the other side, but that gives you just an idea of what it looks like and what it's supposed to be. I noticed that it doesn't look like it's deep enough. Well, that's okay. That's why I'm going to be, it's probably a universal fit because it's got 3 holes here instead of just the 2. I'm only really concerned about the back 2, and yet they're fitted nicely so you can do the work there. So I will be cutting off about there, except lining these up and cutting off, and I'll probably overlap this one slightly. And so I like my welds have just a little bit overlap. I know some people are really good at butt welding. I'm not. The only thing I do is I sort of just fry and gob it together. So hopefully I'll be able to get this all settled in and put together. I'm not going to bother trying to take the middle part off. The middle part's not rusted, and that's just a lot of unnecessary. I would have to undo all the spot welds. If you look here, you actually welded it along there, and so that would be a lot of grinding and cutting. So I'm not going to worry about that, but mostly just do a cut here and then cut on here and take this fitted piece and put it onto there, and the same thing on the other side. So that's next stop. All right, that's what it was looking like. It was like all of that was missing. I didn't knock that out. That was missing, and it was gold up there. Now, if you look here, you see I've got good strong metal all the way around here. I see it's kind of dinged in here. I'll straighten that out, and I probably, when I was trying to bend it out, I probably hit that. But anyways, we'll bring a piece of metal under here, and then we'll bring this on it. So it should all come together quite nicely. As usual, as I'm busy making this video, I realized videoed some good spots, missed a couple little things. You'll notice I had to turn the entire frame upside down, and it's not terribly heavy. I took the motor off. I didn't show that part, but I really was just 4 nuts in the motor slipped off. So I turned the entire frame upside down, and on the bottom side of the head, the front of the very front of the frame, and that tube is where we're working on right now. And you'll see where there was some rust and some of the things that we're working. You can see on this side that this is all rusted out here, and I've already welded and replaced a piece here. Now it's not, I can see it didn't get the kinks in it just right, but it'll keep the rust out. And it's, in reading, I found out that the strength of this is from that tube that's there, but this bottom piece is strictly to keep the dirt out and stuff. So I'm sure it has some structural integrity, but it's not as pretty as I would like. I'm stitched up a few welds here. I'm bringing this metal over. You can see I got it caved in a little bit here, and so next thing I got to do is take a grinder, grind it off here, and then straighten this out a little bit, and then get it down. Then I'll weld it across up here, all the way down the seam, and of course weld it here across and down. I'm just spot weld, spot weld, spot weld, spot weld, spot weld. And one of the things I'm discovering is that as I do each spot weld, I'm discovering that I get a little better. When I try to weld a constant line, I tend to drift off. I don't know, my eyesight's not quite good enough or something. So I'm doing spots, and then I have a flapper disc that I use to come in afterwards and clean it all up. And basically, it almost makes it go away. You can see over here, you can't really even see where the weld was. It's just not as pretty. I should let you seen it before I sprayed it with glossy paint. But again, I sprayed it. I wanted to get rid of the any bare metal that was there. I sprayed it also on the inside so that hopefully it'll stop any rusting in the future. So this is what I'm up to right now. So I'll let you hang out for the ride a little bit, and you can see what I'm doing. Okay, you can see I had a little bigger hole here. You know what? The rule in welding, if you can step over it, you can weld it. So I could step over it, so I'm welding it. You can see I've stitched welded all. Now I'll keep going back and filling in all the little dots until I get a good consistent weld, and then I'll hit it all with the flapper disc and clean it up nice. Okay, I almost have it all filled in here. I have a little bit of a gap down here. I'm going to cut a little piece of metal and tuck it in there and then weld that up. But yeah, we're getting real close to having this ready for a flapper. It's all cleaned up real nice. I still gotta get some more in there, but yeah, then I'll just hit it with some spray paint and take care of it. It's been a bit of a long journey, but we're coming to the end of fixing the Napoleon's cap. So what I have is I had to do a bunch of repair work. I have some videos on that. I hope that you see. And now I've turned all right side up. And this is the Napoleon's cap that you get when you order it, and so it comes. And so I just cut off the piece I need. I wasn't going to cut this all off. This is all in good shape, so I just was cutting off the tails, and as you can see, it's quite elaborate. And so all the bending, and I'm sure there's a lot of structure in there. And so I made this is just 1 inch, some 1 inch square tubing I have. And you can see I cut a little bit off here. That's so it'll clear these holes on this side. This hole and this hole needed to be cleared. And so that's why I have that. So I tuck this in like this, and like this. Then this, I'll fit over that. So this will add structure. This will all weld all together, and you should have her beat. So I'm going to get busy and weld this together right now. I'm going to pop a couple holes here so I can plug weld, and then get at her. You know, the old measure twice, cut once adage, that's really valuable. I know from the middle of this hole down to the outside edge, it's going to be 15 inches. And basically perfectly 15 inches. 15 inches, so now okay. Well, let's bring you up a little closer. The plug welds look really good. And again, you saw me, I do very much just a spot weld because I don't want anything to warp and twist. And even though this is quite heavy duty, it still could warp and twist. So I'll dress that all up, clean it all up, and it should look like that when I'm finished. Maybe even better. Okay. Kind of what it looks like now. It's basically pretty good shape. I'll splash a little black paint on it. Now I recognize that there's still a little bit of a line right there, but it's pretty level. It's looking good, so I'm happy with that. And there's quite a cushion. There's quite a thick gasket that goes all the way around that the body sits on. Now where that is, that right there is where that sits on right there. And that is right there. If you notice, there's quite a bit of rust on each side. So I'll be replacing that, not for a while, but that will be getting replaced also. So that's where we're at. The welds are kind of all cleaned up and dressed up, and now I'll just have to clean them up. And I'm real happy with the plug welds. It's making everything look good. Looking good. I'm slowly making progress. What's happening now is I finished the other side of the Napoleon's cap. So they both are basically new. I removed all the excess metal along that groove. And I had a little bit of a rust issue in the back here. Right here, and I took and welded in a piece of angle iron along there so that when I put the pan in, it has some place to rest. I may have to notch the pan a little bit for that. I don't think so. It's pretty tight, and I don't think they fit quite that tight, so that should be good. So now it's time to get to dig the pans out. I've been waiting to pull that box open. It's time to pull the pan out and fit them in. Yeah, I am pretty excited about getting the pans back in this. It seems like it's been quite a while ago. We've had a lot of things going on. I've been at work a lot, and I guess that's good. You want to be at work a lot, but all that, it certainly interferes with my beetle time. So we're going to be putting the pans in right away. I know I need to put new heater channels on. I'm going to try something a little bit unconventional in that I'll probably put the heater channels right on the pans and weld it all together, or not, I mean, bolt to the heater channels in. But by doing that, the pans will be in the right spot, and that should be good. Also, then I'll probably just, when I pull the heater channels out of the car, which is just going to be a monumental task. I'm looking forward to the end result. I'm not looking forward to that. That's going to be a huge task. But when I pull them out, I'll be able to set the car down on the heater channels that is on the car already. So hopefully it'll all settle together properly. And in doing so, save a few headaches. At the same time, maybe I'm going to make myself a bunch more. So that's the beauty of having cut-off wheels and a welder. There is no headaches that I can make that I can't fix. So with that, we're pretty happy. So thanks again for watching and for following me. Thank you for all the new subscriptions. Wow. I never thought I'd have more, about 20 subscriptions. I'm at 115 or something now. And yeah, I'm not going to make a living off this channel. Just having fun and maybe helping someone else who's on this journey too. Have yourself a great day. We'll talk soon. Bye now.